Finally, The Marvels is coming this November. A movie renamed and delayed so many times we thought, well, they're busy making it even better, right?
What? No!
This movie represents what Marvel was planning all this time. You see, it's not enough to introduce female characters alongside male ones that can do literally anything better than them and even physically humiliate them. But now we are at a point where male characters are being replaced altogether, not just one of them, but all of them. Even the villain in this movie is female. Their first flop was The Eternals, a movie about a bunch of nobodies with no backstory or motivation to relate to any Marvel fan. Backed up with CGI overloads and poorly executed storylines that no one understood. Then Black Widow, a movie that came too late and flopped for sheer bad everything, that even Scarlett Johansson regretted doing it. Then with Phase 4 in the MCU, we get the likes of Ant-Man, where Michael Douglas finally killed his career.
That guy looks like broccoli.
And Loki, a great character emasculated in his own show. And She-Hulk, a pure abomination that took the definition of cringe to new levels. And among others, recently Secret Invasion, a show that was supposed to be about Nick Fury or even an invasion, that not only tarnished Fury's reputation for any upcoming releases, but also managed to ruin previous MCU storylines. Remember Captain Marvel, the movie that launched one of the most relatable and humble female superheroes of all time, Brie Larson, an actress so popular with fans she appeared in literally minutes of screen time in the Avenger movies. Why do you ask? Because she's busy saving the galaxy, okay? Did you forget when she beat Thanos single-handedly? She's great, okay? God damn it, she even launched her own YouTube channel.
I still don't know how to do these intros.
Breathe in. Oh God, what am I doing?
Brie Larson is a creative genius. People just love her. So when Marvel made the call for another sequel, she was brimming with excitement to wear the Captain Marvel uniform again.
I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
Which brings us to the S in the Marvels, an S that should stand for shit. We see Brie Larson is being demoted in her own sequel. The supporting Marvels include Miss Marvel Kamala Khan, Monica Rambeau, Nick Fury as himself, and Dar-Ben, a male-turned-female villain. Dar-Ben entangles the Marvels' powers together, so in order to defeat her and save the universe, they have to team up. How does a movie that sidelines its own superhero and introduces obscure characters that no one cares about succeed, you ask? Don't know. But Marvel knows best, I guess, and what they did is keep the character no one likes, add one not good enough for any movie, and one who's not even sure why she's in this movie. Miss Marvel Kamala, played by Iman Vellani, was a fuckfest. How the fuck did she play this character without learning how to act, or even trying to lose some weight at least, to stay true to the comic books as much as possible as a new actress? And why didn't she even try to lose the weight for this movie as a second appearance? Oh well, she can't do that, she's perfect the way she is. Modern superheroes have bellies, okay? What matters is their culture, okay? Not powers. But wait, not only that, the show is nothing like the comic books. Her powers' origin were changed and are now linked to her religion and heritage and genes and Pakistan and the whole Middle East. Instead of giving us a superhero journey, we were, the few that watched this piece of crap anyway, spoon-fed Pakistani culture and history, with of course a side of lame acting, stories and just bad TV in general. Can this get worse, you ask? Yes, it can, because Monica Rambeau starts the scene and she's a nobody that no one gives a shit about. She appeared in literally one episode of WandaVision, breaking through barriers, so to speak. She's just here for the ride, just to cover up the stench of the big fat turd that is Brie Larson. She is a character like Miss Marvel's Kamala not enough Marvel fans really know or give a fuck about, at least those that watched the first Captain Marvel. Hell, I go as far as to say that fans don't give a damn about the main character of the first Captain Marvel movie too. So what makes Marvel think that fans would relate to these characters? Well, I think the MCU wants to diffuse the responsibility here and confuse the fans. If you don't like Brie Larson, well, The movie isn't about her, you see, it's about the other Marvels too, so our eggs are in 3 baskets instead of 1. After the backlash Secret Invasion received and the Rhodey retcon that basically ruined entire MCU movies, the stories, character development, and CGI in the final episode set a new low for Marvel and were so cringe, the show received the lowest viewership ever of any Marvel production. The writing already feels stupid, it's like it was written by an 8-year-old to be spoken by a 1-year-old.
How goes it out there?
I know. Cold, no air, space.
That's it, folks, an insight into the mind of a super space person. Creative stuff here. Based on the bits of cringy dialogue from this trailer, the addition of cats, Brie Larson being an absolute moron for a desperate attempt to appear more relatable, the childlike and desperate looks on Kamala's puffy face, Rambeau's faceless expressions like she doesn't even know where she's at half the time, and Nick Fury's confusion of why he's even in this movie.
Those bad guys still in there somewhere. Oh, motherfucker!
Oh, that's why. This movie is gonna tank harder than Brie Larson's ultimate punch on Thanos' face. The Pakistani, black, white, and mixed cast in this upcoming movie is a desperate move by Marvel in their tradition to make a more diverse cast, and it will cost them an audience that cares more about the story and their heroes and their fictional worlds than politics, woke agendas, and just making minorities' voices heard. No one wants to be reminded of that, just like no one wanted to see a half-black Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok. But that shit was shoved down the fans' throats regardless, forcing fans not to talk about certain messages even though the topic at stake is a fictional one and has nothing to do with our human daily reality, is another way to try to make the movies and TV shows a playground for testing their new ideas, instead of just entertaining the viewer. The old days of Iron Man and Thor, at least the first one,
Flick too hard, damn it!
where the movie matched the comic book and just delivered, is unfortunately gone, and now is the age of propaganda made by Disney, a remake after remake, and a production failure after another. If the movie tanks, Marvel can blame it on the fans' bigotry and sexism. They don't want 3 women, they want the strong male superhero. But they forget that it's not about male or female, it's about the choice of characters, and are they relatable and fun to watch or not. So come November, go check this masterpiece out, because this movie is cooking up to be a steamy hot pile of pure entertainment, and Brie Larson is so pumped to be Captain Marvel again.
I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?